Welcome back, my queens and my kings. This is your girl, Queen 318 with House of Queens TV. So let's get into it. I don't know how many of y'all have not watched Raising Kanan, but if y'all sleeping on it, y'all better wake up, because boy, we only got 2 more episodes left, and I'm telling you, baby, y'all better get into it. My favorite character is Lulu with his sexy ass. But I hope they ain't shot and killed my baby. They done ran up in his house and now, well, they didn't run up in his house, but you know, they done did some sucker shit. They done stood outside and burnt it up and shot it up and stuff like that instead of catching a fade like a real catch a fade. But anyway, so like I said, if y'all ain't watched Raising Kanan, y'all sleep. Y'all better wake up to it, because these episodes are getting better every freaking fucking Sunday. So shout out to MovieBot. This is where I got this video from. He's explaining the episode that happened yesterday. That was Sunday. So let's just get into it and see what he got to say about the review of Raising Kanan episode 8 or 9, I believe. But anyway, let's get into it, y'all. I'm telling you.
So welcome to part 2 of the breakdown, and what an episode that was. The best of the season so far, and they've given us a lot to talk about, a lot to break down, which of course I'm going to be doing in this video, and in the week as usual, as we really dive deep into key conversations, foreshadows, and clues. But from episode 8 itself, we're going to be of course talking about the main talking point, which is the attack on Lulu. And I say attack because I definitely don't think he's dead, but many people do, so we're going to discuss whether he's dead or alive. Symphony noticing how Tony had the detectives tried to catch Marvin, Jukebox's emotional control, and some more death predictions. Smash the subscribe button if you want to see everything Power Book 3 and Power Universe related. But let's talk about the biggest talking point from the episode first, and that's if Lulu is dead or alive, after he was lit up by Worrell and his boys. And just after the episode finished airing, Malcolm Mays, who plays Lulu, posted this on his Instagram, teasing us that he's actually dead, captioning that it was a blessing to be a part of Raising Kanan, which Raising Kanan stars also reposted. But I definitely think he's playing with us. This is the same question a lot of people had when they saw Scrappy for the first time in episode 6. A lot of people thought he was dead, but as I said, Scrappy still has a big role to play for Raquel and in her organization, and Rack even described him as a soldier, and he's gonna make it. And the same goes for Lulu. I have no doubt that he's still alive, and there's a few reasons why I think so. And some of you may remember a video I broke down a week or so ago. I spoke about Scrappy's death, and whether we could see a same chess move that we saw in Power. We saw Kanan returning as Slim after Ghost thought he'd killed him. Ghost thought he was dead, so did Tasha, and so did Tommy. But Kanan was able to move under the radar without being detected, and able to strike at the perfect moment, something we learned from the 48 laws of power, transforming a weakness into power, and disguising yourself as someone else. And this is what I think we could really see, either from Scrappy or Lulu. Now, whenever we've seen Unique or Raquel attack, we've seen the other retaliate, but Unique really did make a huge mistake in this episode, attacking one of the Thomases. And had a conversation with one of the regulars in the comment section just after I'd finished watching the episode. I said this was the wrong move from Unique. He should never have hit the Thomases. If he was gonna hit them, then he should have made sure he finished them, and it was definitely a mistake in not finishing the job on Lulu. And this comment sums up my thoughts. When you come at the Queen, you best not miss. And what Unique did was, he missed. Not once, but twice. First with Scrappy when he didn't finish the job on him, because he's a tough fucking soldier, who managed to stay alive, even though he had an eye socket pulled out, and losing a kidney in the process. And now he's also missed with Lulu, when he should have finished the job, because you can bet, although Lulu wants out of the game, he's gonna want revenge of some sort, and he's someone to get shit done, and get shit done right. He never misses, apart from missing Worrell, where he definitely used the wrong gun. But Raquel and Marvin will come with full force next week, and for those of you who've seen the trailer for the next episode, then you know what force they're gonna bring to Unique. But you guys know in this second video breakdown, I look at different viewpoints, and the viewpoint with regards to the war between Unique and Rack, which was different to the one that I gave, was raised by JA. And where I think Worrell's time is coming in the next 2 episodes, JA raised, it's time to start recognizing Worrell as a real problem. He put Scrappy and Lulu in hospital and survived a home invasion shootout. Within the span of 3 episodes, I see him turning on Unique if Marvin doesn't kill him first. So let's add to this, let's have a look at a couple of scenes which could back up this viewpoint. In episode 4, we saw Unique killing Trez G right in front of Worrell, his childhood best friend, who he grew up with in the same apartment block. So if he's capable of doing this to Trez G, then what's to say Worrell won't be next. But let's bring it back to episode 8. Unique was jumping to conclusions that Rack was behind all of the bodies that were dropping in the street, and we as the audience know that wasn't the case, and it seemed like Worrell did too. He tried to get his viewpoint over to Unique, but Unique is someone who doesn't really have a right-hand man. I said in one of my previous videos that sometimes being a leader, you need a right-hand man to challenge your decisions, challenge your vision and thought process, because sometimes two minds are better than one. And in this moment, Unique didn't take anything on board that Worrell said. It's his way, and always his way. Maybe if he did hear him.
Okay, I'm gonna pause it right there. See, Unique, he tried to run his little crew by fear, and it's a good thing if have people fear you, but it's also not good because almost like leaders back in the day, like the Al Pacino, Scarface, you know, all of them, the Godfathers and stuff like that. When you try to run your crew with fear, it'll work to a certain extent, but after that, don't nobody want to be walking around as a man, especially if you're in a crew like that with Unique, and then you have a girl, and then you get disrespected in front of your girl. They're gonna look at you as weak. So it's a good thing to have a crew that fear you, and it's also a bad thing. So, you know, I don't like how Unique run his crew at all. I really don't, and that's why his little crew is going to fall. It's going to really fall. It's not going to work out. But you know, we gotta see how 50 Cent and Kim and the writers what they're gonna have coming for the next 2 episodes, and then I know it's a season 2 that's already in production. Right now they're already working on season 2 for Raising Kanan. So I just don't like how he run his crew at all. I really don't. It's different from how Ghost and Tommy ran they shit and stuff, you know. But I guess you have to have a little type of meanness to you to run your crew, unless people gonna run over you. So you know, I don't know anything about stuff like that. So you know, let's get back into it.
He would have had a different move because a war is always bad for business, but Worrell is definitely dangerous, and I agree with Jay's viewpoint with how he could turn on Unique if Marvin doesn't kill him first, because let's not forget, Unique tasked him to deal with Scrappy, who's still alive. He then tasked him with dealing with Lulu, who I also believe is still alive, despite what Malcolm Mays posted on Instagram, and Unique is someone who has shown us he can quickly turn on his own crew. So could we really see Worrell turn on Unique to save himself? Let me know what you guys think down below in the comment section. Now, one thing I do feel we need to touch on is, why did Lulu steal Unique's jacket? We didn't exactly see what he did with the jacket. Did he plant it somewhere? Did he use it for something? They never really gave us the answer, but I do think it's a key detail that will most definitely come into play over the next episode or 2, so hopefully we get the answer soon. I mean, if any of you guys have any ideas, then just drop your comments down below again. But let's move on and talk about Symphony, because this is a key detail, him blocking what...
Oh, I can't wait. Symphony, I think he is I think he's got something to do in this drug game too. They ain't really came out with his character, but I bet that Symphony, y'all know anyway, they got that tongue. Symphony, he gonna shock Kanan's mom. I can't think of the girl name, but anyways, he gonna shock her because I think he got a big hand to play in this drug game. I think he got a big hand to play. Watch, just watch. If y'all better get into this on Raising Kanan. Y'all better get into it.
When he was up to behind Marvin's back, and I feel Marvin knew anyway, especially when he gave this look as he walked past the cops. He was also very careful with the words he chose to speak and not to speak,
right.
Similar to how when Ghost knew that he was being recorded by Proctor. Now Tony ties in with my death predictions over the next 2 episodes, so I'm going to expand on this comment where Peach said that Tony is going to get killed because Symphony overheard her talking to the cops, which could be a problem, and I definitely agree. Tony along with Little Rob is who I think will die over the next 2 episodes, and I'll come to Little Rob in just a moment, but Tony, because she's tried to snake Marvin, Symphony will most likely tell Raquel about how she tried to set up Marvin, and this could lead to Rack taking her out. I mean, Rack doesn't like her anyway, and we saw this play out in episode 1, but adding to this death prediction and comment, this is how I think Raquel could get more control over the club. If Tony is out of the picture, then Symphony could step up and take more control over the club, and this is how Raquel and the Thomas organization can get back in with Lanes doing business, and this is a way of how Symphony can get involved in this side of Raquel's life. We know how smart he is, and we've even heard Kanan tell his moms that he can help him with their business. But one thing we still need to be mindful of is, we've still not met Hugo. Hugo is the person who owns the club, and he was mentioned in the very first episode, and they've not mentioned his name for no reason. He's someone like D-Wiz's brother and Breeze, who I do think we'll see at some point. But Tony's death is a way Rack could get more control over lanes, so she's one of my death predictions going into the last 2 episodes. And sticking with death predictions, Lil Rob is another one who I see being killed in the last episode or 2, especially because he snitched on Kanan, and we all know what happens to snitches in the world of power. Once you snitch, you're a dead man walking. But let's come to Jukebox because she's someone who has stole the show in the very first season, along with Raquel, and I was expecting Jukebox to have a hard time dealing with Nicole's death in this episode, and seeing this side to Juke that we saw, a broken and a sad...
Man, I felt so sorry for Jukebox. That's what you call real love right there. And they was so young, and they was in love like that. People that's older, like in my age bracket or whatever, they haven't even experienced love like this. Even though this is a movie, but those feelings come from somewhere. But when the writers sit down and write, they write from experience as well. So for them to have love like that, true love like that, and they so young, that's once in a lifetime, baby. That's once in a lifetime, baby. Why? It's once in a lifetime, baby.
Duke who's tired of the fucked up life and place that they're living in. But Jukebox's level of emotional intelligence is amazing. The way she didn't blame Kanan for what happened to Nicole, and even to some degree felt like she couldn't blame herself. She clearly understands way before Kanan the consequences that our actions can have. I think Duke would have left Nicole for stealing anything out of her bag. She seemed like a mixture of disappointment and heartbroken. And ironically, what Jukebox said to Nicole about how she was going to stop boosting, we saw Nicole stealing something from Duke's bag a moment later, which caused her death. But Jukebox is way ahead of Kanan in terms of street knowledge, knowing how your actions can have consequences, not just for yourself, but for others around you. And I mentioned after episode 3 that the Jukebox that we're seeing is way ahead of Kanan, and she'll probably stay ahead of Kanan for a long time because we saw how she controlled Kanan in power. She used to control the conversations. She knew when Kanan was lying and telling the truth, just like we saw in season 3, episode 3. So Kanan has a lot more catching up to do and a lot more learning to do, and Nicole's death for Duke will make her that much more intelligent and stronger than she already is, because she suffered this heartbreak and setback a lot sooner than Kanan has. And over the week I will be diving deep into this conversation between Howard and Rack and other secrets that were spilled during this episode. But let me know what you guys think. Do you think Lulu is dead or alive? I definitely think he's alive because there is no way Lulu is going out that way. Let me know your death predictions going into the final 2 episodes as well, because I feel there will be a lot more to come. I'm thinking Tony and Lil Rob for being snakes. And let me know your thoughts on Jukebox level of emotional control and intelligence that she has, knowing that the world that they live.
Okay, you guys, we're gonna wrap it up right there. So, special thanks to Bot TV or Movie Bot. I think it's Movie Bot for the video. And so, like I said, if you haven't watched Growing Up Kanan, y'all sleeping. So, alright, next time, get into it with my kings and my queens. This is your girl, Queen 318 Red, and get back into it with House of Queens TV. Alright, you guys. Bye.